Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. My name is Stacy. Today I have a decoupage 4th of July craft for you. I'm going to be using 3 different Pioneer Woman napkins that I purchased at Walmart. Okay, and what's nice about her napkins is she always gives you a few pictures of the same print, and then there's almost always a recipe on the inside. So if you were doing something with like a cutting board or something like that, you could decoupage the recipe from the napkin onto your cutting board. But I'm going to be doing a coordinating little vignette of these 3 prints to put on my shelf in my living room. Now what I have is 3 boxes. I got these at the thrift store, but I think they came from Hobby Lobby, either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm not sure which tag that belongs to, but they're the exact size of these napkins. They're just shy of 4 inches by just shy of 8 inches, and they are 2 inches deep. Okay, these were little boy ones, and they happen to have stars on the side. So I'm going to leave the stars, but they only had stars on 3 sides. This was supposed to be the bottom, so I'm going to cover that with some of this red, white, and blue edging that's on the napkin. Okay, so I went ahead and I've already done the painting. I put 2 coats of Waverly Chalk paint in white on top of these just to cover up the print that was underneath there. It was something about frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. So anyway, first thing I need to do is cut down my napkins, and I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 at the same time. I'm going to just cut on the folds. I don't know if you guys have subscribed to the Daily DIYer, but you should go check out her post from Monday. It was so cute. She did a little banner made out of the buffalo check dish towels from the Dollar Tree. So cute. I'm gonna have to go to the Dollar Tree and get some of those and make them for myself. So you need to go check out hers. If you're decorating for 4th of July, go check out the Daily DIYer because she's got some really cute stuff. Alright, this one I'm going to go ahead and just cut the whole square. And I'm just going to have to center the napkin as I'm decoupaging. Napkins are always 2-ply, so you need to separate the plies. And these Pioneer Woman ones are really good quality, so they're really stuck together. So peel slowly so that you don't tear your design. We are ready to decoupage. So I'm going to put 2 aside because I'm going to do 1 at a time. I'm just going to paint on. And I'm just trying to keep the Mod Podge on the top, not go over the edge with it. I will be decoupaging onto the edge with the red, white, and blue, but for right now I just want to do the top part. And then make sure these were straight on. Yep. They're a little bit wider, but they are just about exactly the right height. Okay, gently push that napkin down into the Mod Podge. Try not to rub it too much because, oops, if you rub it, it tends to want to tear. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and trim. You can also wait till it's dry and use sandpaper. Then, very gently, very carefully, you need to brush Mod Podge over the top of the napkin. Be be careful. Don't push hard and don't drag it too much. I'm just brushing gently, trying to get it coated on top. A little clump in there. Try to go all one direction with your strokes. All right, I'm going to set that one aside to dry and work on the next one. Be pretty generous with the Mod Podge that you put down so that you have plenty to soak into the napkin. Oh, I've got a big bubble. Don't tear, don't tear. Once the napkin is wet, if you have to peel it up, sometimes it stretches, so just be really careful. Now that one needs to get set aside to dry. This one's a little bit trickier. So I'm just going to lay it down. The height is good. And it looks like we'll be able to get all the stars on. So I'll just have to kind of center it as I lay it down. There we go. Got a couple bubbles. Hopefully those will smooth out. Alright, now these just need to dry and then I can flip them over and work on the sides. I took one of the bigger napkins that has an all-over print like this. It was one of the big square ones, and I cut off the top part because it had some of this red, white, and blue pattern in it without a print on it. So I'm cut the strips to size for the side of my box, and I did that for all three of them. They're not completely dry, but they're dry enough to handle a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get these glued on so that they can be drying as well. So same thing, just Mod Podge and lay the napkin down. Now I really want to get this straight because it's a print that has a straight line in it, so I need to get it straight. So I'm going to put it up against the edge. I cut it a little bit long just so I could have a little bit of space to move around if I needed it to. Alright. Push it in, trim off the excess, and then Mod Podge. I don't normally dip my brush this deep in the Mod Podge. It's just, that was an accident. Okay. And I'm just trying to keep it up on the edge so it doesn't get all goopy on the back side. but I want to make sure that it's got a seal here on the edge where it's meeting with the other napkin. That's the tricky spot. Okay, now this one just needs to set aside and dry. I think that looks really nice. Same thing on this one. And then more Mod Podge on top. Make sure you get a good seal where the two napkins meet. And that one is ready. See, it's got stars on the top and the plaid on the side. I wish that the napkin had more plaid on it, because then I would do plaid all the way around, and I might still. It's just I didn't want to use up all my napkins doing the edges because it uses a whole napkin for each piece. So yeah. I mean, I'm saving the big part of the napkin. I'm sure I can reuse it on something, but it takes one napkin per side. Okay, there's that one. Sit over here. All right, those just need to dry, and I'll come back and show you what I did to decorate the rest of it. All right, so all of the Mod Podge has dried, and I did go ahead and cover all four edges with the napkins, and I didn't paint over the stars that were on the sides because I wanted them to kind of show through, especially on this one that says Star Spangled Summer. And I did go ahead and just Mod Podge a piece of scrapbook paper onto the back, because when I went to take off all of the stickers and price tags and all that stuff from the store they were sold in originally and the thrift store, there was like 5 or 6 stickers on the back of each one of these. So I just went ahead and glued that onto the back with Mod Podge. I just did the underneath. I didn't do a second coat on top. And then I went around with my scissors and trimmed off any little rough edges from like the napkin hanging over and whatnot. Now we're almost done with these, but I wanted to put a little bit of jute on them just to give them a little personality. So I'm going to come and I'm going to leave quite a bit because I have an idea of something I want to try. I don't know if it's going to work. So I'm going to wrap this around 5 or 6 times. I have my glue gun heating up just in case. All right. And I'm going to cut this off and make sure that my Strings are all scooted together and that it's tight. These are going to be sitters and you don't want it to fall. And I'm planning on putting a little bow in the middle. So I'm going to tie a knot. And if you want to put a button on it for color's sake, I just like buttons on things. I think they're cute. You won't be able to thread all of the different kinds of jutes onto a button, into a button. It has to be pretty thin. All right, I'm going to turn this around facing this way so my bow goes the right direction. Okay. Once my bow is even and I'm happy with it, I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue behind the button and fasten it down to the twine. And there we go. There's one. You could just tie the string through your button and glue it on. That would totally work. Alright, there you have it, my little 3-piece vignette for 4th of July. It will look really cute sitting on the shelf next to a 2-tiered tray that I am going to be decorating for the holiday. And just a reminder, those are Pioneer Woman napkins that I purchased at Walmart. And the bases I got at a thrift store, but you could get them at Michael's. They're 4x8 and 2 inches deep. Alright. Let me know what you're thinking of this project in the comment section below. Do you want to try to make some of these for yourself? And let me know which one is your favorite, the jar, the pinwheels, or the wagon. I think I really like the wagon. I think that's one of my favorite. That's one of the first napkins I noticed when I saw the display. It's one of my faves. Anyway, give it a thumbs up if you like it. And let me know which one is your favorite. This has been Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.